So go ahead and introduce yourself and what you do.
Thank you, Lori. Thank you for having me here. Uh, I have a business around web development. So I build websites and I do it using the CMS WordPress, and I do it uh, kind of hand coded websites. So it's not using the other tools and solutions like that, like uh, all those builders. So yeah, that's what I do for people and businesses.
So how did you get into doing that?
So it's a kind of happen. It happened for me gradually. Back in 2012, I discovered the internet with a button-featured phone, and that's another story. And after that, I kind of fell in love with the web, the internet thing, and eventually I learned about web development and how we can earn money digitally. So then, gradually learning the basic languages of web development and gradually going through it. So yeah, that's how I'm here at this point. And uh back in 2021, in December, I built my business as a web solution with a tagline of ensuring the quality of websites.
Would you mind mentioning some of the web development languages that you use?
It's the the basic languages that we have to use. We can't go uh, without is HTML and CSS, JavaScript. JavaScript is on the programming side, on the front end of your website. And since we are using WordPress, so the server side programming language is PHP. WordPress is itself is powered by PHP. So these are the basically languages.
Yeah, I'm familiar with those languages, even though I don't do a lot of programming in them.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's cool.
have you invested yourself in networking groups, coaching, or masterminds?
Uh, Investment wise, I basically, didn't invest any kind of any funds or any money, but I invested time, and you know, I have been with some networking groups and communities for a significant amount of time, and yeah, and these networking situations are, I think, one of the things that I like to do in terms of running business, especially digitally.
Yeah, and in fact, that's how we met, is through one of those networking groups.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you say you're more introverted or extroverted?
Uh, at the beginning of my life, in my childhood and in my teenage, I guess I was a little bit introvert. I think I was introvert, but at the moment, I think from within I'm still introvert, but I tried to be extrovert, and I think at the moment nowadays I'm not fully introvert, kind of, and not fully extrovert either. I think I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely notice these tendencies play out in different situations. And how has that affected your networking?
Uh, yeah, for networking, you know, when you know when we're talking about networking, it's uh at the same time joining those communities and kind of building relationships with people and participating in those groups and also joining networking calls. So I think if I was kind of totally introverted person, then I wouldn't be able to do all the things that I have done. So I think being a little bit extrovert as well, where at least you are kind of open or you're flexible, talking with other people and expressing yourself, expressing what you do. So yeah, so that mass of kind of that level of extrovert. So yeah, that's I think that's something someone has to have basically.
How have your networking strategies changed over time?
Um, I guess I think for me it might have changed a little bit, but I don't know what exactly it is or how much it is. But for now, I think uh, it's just I'm more into like participating different networking uh, groups and kind of showing off there, and at the same time kind of fixing myself, like keeping the foundation in place, like what I do, what are my services, so those things, my skill set, so putting kind of more time on me, on my skill and service and all the things, and then like creating content on social media or some through some other channels so people can really know me, people can see the difference between me and the other competitors, and then showing up to the networking communities and all the situations. So this where I recently found kind of very valuable for me, and this way I am into at the moment.
Yeah. Would you say it's like splitting time between networking and developing your skills?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. And um, specifically, you know, like the way I go, the the first thing, the most important thing is my skill set, my experience, my services, and how much I know around what I am offering to other people as my business service. So this is the most important thing. And the second important thing is creating content, expressing myself and my business, what I do, how I am different from my competitors, all those things. And then the third important is the networking thing, showing off in front of people, expressing myself so people can know.
Yeah, all of those things are important. Do you prefer networking in groups or having more one-to-one conversations?
uh I prefer both, but on to on is more preferable, I guess, because uh there are a lot of networking. I think all the networking groups or communities, when you just kind of pitch yourself, your service, and the game is over there. So it's done. But if I just talk about myself, my service, which is uh, kind of the best practices in website. So if it was uh, uh, a one-to-one call with the other person, then they could ask me questions and I could answer. So the whole situation would be clear. So in this particular case, I think one-to-one would be more preferable. But in general, the group situations are also fine, because I think people can also kind of perceive you uh, based on your body language, based on how you are expressing all the expressions. So yeah, both of them are important, but I would say one-to-one kind of should be more prioritized.
Would you say getting comfortable being uncomfortable is part of the entrepreneur's skill set?
I would exactly say that, and I I'm a believer in that, and yeah, we have to be that version of ourselves for sure, and I'm constantly trying to be that thing, really.
What kinds of things have you done to help you get out of your comfort zone?
It's just for me, I think like I need to do this, and why I need to do this. For example, I need to do A, and I ask myself, is it really important why I need to do this? Well, there is a strong why. So I need to do this. So let's just do it. I think it might be a little bit uncomfortable, but uh, I should be okay with that. I should be comfortable with that, because this is also a very important part of the whole game. So I just think like this and just, go ahead and keep myself moving.
How do you feel about direct messages on Facebook? Love them, hate them?
Uh, so direct messages through Facebook. Uh, I I am not into these at the moment, but I would be into this with a particular way. So, like, if I can give people real value to my matches, and that really matters for them, so they wouldn't think of me as just a pitcher, you know, you know, and they will see the value in what I am saying, and me reaching out to them. So in that way, I'd, love to go with, or I would be okay with the direct message, but message in general, I'm kind of a little bit I can say totally away from it. So yeah, it depends really, I think.
So you prefer people to message you first?
Yeah, so recently, this is my thinking. So my thinking is like my content. So creating content, and people will watch my content, and people will see the difference, and they will go, yeah, this is the guy I need for my problem. So, and they, coming to me, I think is the ultimate way of business success. At least this is how I think. Although it's not so easy, you will need to go through significant amount of time, a lot of struggle building that environment. But at the end of the day, I think this is, where you will have the peace of mind.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on tapping into your intuition when networking?
Yeah, I kind of I follow it. You know, like who is networking groups I should go, and those things. I I follow my intuition, and I think it's worth it.
Yeah, if that's one of the things I do as well with groups is like, okay, intuitively, and especially if there's conflicting times, sometimes I have to make a decision and then I go with my intuition on what one to do.
Okay. Yeah, there are some networking communities, some networking calls as well that are not aligned with my time zone, but still then sometimes I feel like, well, let's do it. Let's go there anyway. So very little amount of them, I think, are there that I still feel like going. I don't know. Maybe that's also coming from the intuition, but not for all the networking calls that are not aligned with my time zone, because I also prioritize my health. So health comes even before the business itself.
Yeah, and that's a good way to be. Any closing remarks or things that you wanted to add?
Um, uh, I don't know, but I think from my life, what I have learned is kind of being authentic. Whatever service you are providing to your customers, try to ensure the optimal quality, try to be unique, different from the 99% of, or at least 90% of other people. And I'd say express yourself through social media, at the same time being genuine. And if you keep doing this, you don't have to fake yourself. You just be yourself and show off on social media, express yourself, what you do, and network also. Join those, networking communities, networking calls. And eventually, I think the like-minded people, your ideal clients, will find you.
Thank you so much for your time. Anything else?
Uh, I don't know. I think that's it. Thank you for having me, Lori.
It was a pleasure to have you.